That is, by the way, dedication, the topic on this week's cross functionality, talking about dedication and not just dedication to your craft, but having that fortitude to get through the tough times. And sometimes, as Cassie put it this week, be a little bit lonely when you need to work and you need to get better. It's not an easy road. You need to be dedicated, especially in all athletics, if you want to play at a high level. That's why athletes tend to flock together. But you also better be dedicated, especially when it comes to baseball and softball and these skill position sports, because any skill position sport is very, very hard. We talked about that this week on cross functionality.
Yes. Do you want me to comment on it? Oh, you already talked about it.
Well, I already talked about it.
Yeah,
If you want to comment, you can. If
you
not,
can go
I'll
to
move
dark
on.
places real quick in this game, and then really any sport where you're put in the spotlight. Baseball and softball and golf. You're kind of out there by yourself when you're in the batter's box or you're on the mound. It's you. Everyone's looking at one person, and if you make a mistake, then it's magnified, and you have to be able to say, man, I messed that up, right? I got a bad jump on that ball, or as a catcher, I didn't get my glove quick enough, or as a pitcher, guy, I couldn't find the strike zone, and you're going to let your teammates down, but you're also going to help your teammates out, and your teammates are going to have rough times too, and everybody's got to work together on a team to make it work because everyone's going to make mistakes, and it's how can we bounce back?
Exactly. So that's our topic this week on cross functionality. So be sure to subscribe to that podcast on Apple, Google, Spotify, or watch the show on the Softball Strength Academy YouTube page as Cassie, Riley, Bosch, and I discussed players having dedication. She made a great quote, by the way. And that's going to be the title of this week's episode. It is the title of this week's episode. Everything has a price, which is very, very true. Hey, speaking of college, by the way, Cassie attended Alabama. Segue. Vanderbilt. For those worried, I was thinking about this earlier in the week. For those worried about the transfer portal and all that shit that's surrounding that, just want to note here that Tim Corbin, one of the best coaches, if not the best coach in the country, he might be baseball's version of Nick Saban someday. He is younger than Nick Saban, a guy who didn't collect a paycheck coaching baseball until the age of 35, I think it was. Turned out to be the best coach in all of college baseball for many years, still is. For context purposes, Vanderbilt has not recruited from that portal yet. So maybe all hope is not lost, Mr. Epstein.
What about LSU, who's the number one team in the country and dominating everyone?
I guess, I don't know.
They own the portal.
Sound a little mad about that.